see Cardinal Momberti, a French cardinal, come out and say to us, I announce to you,
can you tell who
great news, good news, Habemus Papam.
Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum. Habemus Papam. Eminentissimum, ac reverendissimum Dominum, Dominum Robertum Franciscum, Sancte Romane Ecclesiae Cardinalem Prevost, qui sibi nomen imposuit Leonem XIV.
This is stunning. It is an American, Monsignor.
Again, a great, great surprise. An American, the prefect of the Congregation of Bishops, who born in Chicago, an Augustinian from a religious order, but moved to Peru as a missionary, and an amazing surprise for the church and the world.
A moderate.
Stunning moment, because of course it used to be said for 2 centuries that the idea of an American Pope was unthinkable, and here we have an American successor of Peter.
I am absolutely stunned. Never thought an
Prevost,
American would be Pope.
A dark horse, would be the first American-born Pope, and while he was born in Chicago, he was a missionary. He spent a lot of time in Peru. This will be a continuation of the pastoral approach of Pope Francis, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, we will see what he brings to it, but first of all, I can't believe we have an American Pope. That is just amazing.
Yeah.
Because
the likelihood of that was near zero as far as everybody was concerned.
Now, to be fair, I mean, there was a good deal of chatter around Cardinal Prevost, now Papa Prevost, in the run-up to all of this. But of course, you're right. For a long time, the idea was you can never have an American Pope because you can't have a superpower Pope. But, you know, the world has changed in the 21st century. America is no longer the world's lone superpower, and these cardinals don't really care about nationality anyway.
he also knows many of these bishops really well.
Exactly, because he has worked here at the Office of Bishops. That is a vital point. He has pastoral experience in Peru, and he has worked here at the Vatican. That has surely been very decisive.
So the imagery of all those cardinals there smiling and looking.
Well, I can see Cardinal World there.
World, formerly the Archbishop of Washington. You've got to figure he's an excited man right now.
Oh, I think the American cardinals must just be thrilled.
Yes. Well, so he has a worldwide sort of point of view. As we said, he did a mission in Peru. He served as the head of the Vatican's very powerful dicastery for bishops under Francis for the past 2 years. What does that mean? What did he do?
Well, essentially, the dicastery for bishops is responsible for naming bishops all around the world. As I like to say, it is a great way to make friends in the Catholic Church.
So he has a lot of friends.
He already plays a big role here at the Vatican, no doubt, so he is well known. And I think, interestingly, too, he was a math major at Villanova, which is important as the Vatican's finances are in trouble.
Oh, he has got quite a number of good things about him. He is also an Augustinian priest.
Which means?
Which is an order, and we were just saying today is one of their special feast
Our Lady
days.
of Grace.
And John and I were saying earlier, well, maybe that's a sign. He also studied here at the Angelicum, a Dominican university, so he has quite a number of boxes ticked in that.
And John, you describe him as someone who could put a positive face on the church. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, he is considered a man of great dialogue, a man of great openness, a man of great balance. And let me also say that at a personal level, he is just extremely affable. He is a very nice guy, very easy to like. I think the world will see that tonight.
Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost is the next Holy Father. Seth Doan is in the square with some Americans reacting to this news. Seth?
Let me tell you, Nora, we were all looking toward that balcony. The crowd, it's like everyone raised 2 feet as we were starting to hear. And then when we heard the name, people looked around and said, an American Pope, an American Pope. And I looked out of my corner of my eye and saw these 3 Americans saying, is it an American Pope? What are you thinking?
Never thought I would have seen the day that there would be an American Pope.
Yeah, especially now.
What do you mean?
Expecting this. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Like, I left work early. I mean, don't tell my boss, but I'm glad I did.
What does it mean to you as Americans to have an American Pope? What do you think it means? What do you hope it means?
I mean, it's great. I mean, we're feeling very patriotic. But I think we're still processing. I know,
it's still, like, it's so fresh. I mean, I just really hope that, like, this American Pope, he can, keep the train on the tracks rolling that Francesco did. The previous Pope, keep the church moving in the same direction. That's what I hope. It makes people proud.
If I can summarize it, even there was a gentleman from Paraguay who was standing next to me. His mouth dropped. He said, an American Pope. That is the feeling here. Surprise, shock, excitement, hope. The mix of emotions continues as their space decreases. The emotions increase. Back to you.
It's a tribute to Leo.
Oh, man.
Seth Doan.
Thank you so much. Pope Leo XIV. That is the name. Is it the 14th or is it just Leo?
It is the 14th.
It is Leo XIV. Let that sink in. What does that mean?
It's a wonderful name. The Pope Leo XIII, and a new pope always builds on a pope whose name he takes.
Do we have 13th
Was a
or
great
14th
reformer at the turn of the 20th century. He issued a very major encyclical, Rerum Novarum, on social justice. So what I think we are seeing here is a pope who is continuing in the footsteps of Pope Francis, at the same time an American who can bring some order to the church's finances here, and a very affable, good man.
Let's go down to Tony DeCopel, who is in the square. Tony?
Nora, I am an American, Chicago-born. It's a famous line in American literature, a Saul Bellow novel. It could now apparently be the beginning of a memoir for the next pope. That news that an American-born pope will soon appear on that balcony has spread through this crowd with a mix of bewilderment, excitement, shock, joy. It has been a marvel to see. The phones were out, of course, in our modern age, to take in the moment of the announcement, this great joy we have a pope. Immediately afterward, the heads were down as people Googled the name. Who is this person? Where did he come from? American, or is there something else? And of course, there is something else. I would characterize the condition of the crowd here at the moment as still processing, as I send it back to you.
Yes. All right, Tony, thank you so much. As we let this sink in, that Pope Leo XIV, an American, Robert Prevost, Cardinal originally from Chicago, is now the Holy Father. The last thing we were expecting. United States, really? And it's actually happened. So we try to absorb that. Let's bring in our panel here. John, what do we think we're going to expect from Leo XIV, the American?
Well, first of all, I have to say I am still dealing with a personal degree of shock here, because I've been covering the Vatican for almost 30 years, but I can tell you this is an absolute first. The new Pope has eaten dinner in my house. My wife and I actually had him to dinner a few months ago. It was a delightful evening, but I can tell you it's taken on a whole new luster now. Right?
Does that make you holier or less so?
I think it makes me lucky.
Yeah.
But listen, to your point, what I think people are going to see in Pope Leo XIV, and it's going to take me a minute to get over calling him Cardinal Prevost, but in any event, I think what people are going to see is a man of great warmth, great accessibility, and a man who I think what he's going to want to do is reach out and kind of gather this crowd, and in a virtual sense, gather the whole world into his arms. And as I said, at a personal level, what I can tell you is that you'll never meet a nicer guy.
Wow.
Now, let us be clear. there will be debates and there will be question marks about this Pope. For instance, some advocates on behalf of survivors of clerical sexual abuse have raised questions about aspects of Cardinal Prevost's record, both when he was the superior of the Augustinians and also when he was in Peru. That's going to have to be unpacked in the days to come. And there will be other question marks that present themselves. But all that said, my prediction is that when we see the new Pope step out on the balcony here in a few moments, most people are going to like what they see.